Welcome back. Now, well, who wouldn't like a clean backyard, clean roads and surroundings? But how many of us have actually taken the time to think about where our garbage is going and what's being done with it? Now, imagine garbage from another area being dumped in your locality simply because there's no other option. Now, environmentalists say that there are some very viable options at hand, but is the government listening? Pratiksha Ramkumar has this report. These garbage collection vans are en route Kodangayur and Perungudi, the city's two main dump yards, where nearly 3,000 tons of garbage is dumped every day. Clearly, a health and environment hazard for the residents. Activists say there are alternatives both to reduce and to manage the waste.
Is that there should be decentralized management of waste in which source segregation has to be followed.
Corporation officials, though, say that they have no option but to dump the waste in these two locations. Environmentalists, though, differ.
First thing is that in a city you cannot have some people being treated as second-grade citizens, and people need to be able to live with their garbage or be able to manage their own garbage in a decentralized manner.
Environmentalists say community participation and segregation of waste should be made compulsory. Residents should make manure from their degradable waste and only dispose of the plastic and paper. This model was reportedly successful in the 90s.
Source solid waste management. Source means wherever the garbage generated, for example a house, school, a college, market, there itself. Then decentralized. What is decentralized? The ward level is a space. The whole thing can be composted and the paper and plastic can be segregated, can be sent to recycling industry. Balance is centralized solid waste management.
Experts also propose an integrated plant capable of breaking down even the inorganic compounds and producing fuels. But the emissions from such an exercise is a cause of concern.
Residents and environmental activists are actually having a conference in October, mainly to showcase alternate options of solid waste management. But if these alternatives will successfully woo the Chennai Corporation and end this tug of war is the big question. In Chennai, Pratiksha Ramkumar for NDTV Hindu.
Well, garbage wars, that's the big question that we're posing tonight. Well, of course, the issue at hand tonight is waste management, or as some would say, the lack of waste management. And to discuss this very relevant issue, we have with us Mr. Raj Chiribal and Mr. Srinivasan. Lovely having you gentlemen with us this evening. The first question to you at this point, now we had a word with, of course, the different stakeholders when we speak of waste management, one of them being the corporation. And off the record, they confessed to our reporter Pratiksha Ramkumar that lack of options, they said, if not Kodangayur, if not Perungudi, where can we dump 3,500 tons of garbage? Your thoughts?
See, I think I'll shift the framework a little bit. I think Indian urban governance is weak in general. Yeah. So what we are asking the corporation to do today is actually very, very complicated subject, which other cities like Singapore and other advanced cities have taken many years to develop. So I think also the problem of garbage today, I will break it down into one. If you look at, ask a regular citizen, I want my front yard clean, I want my road clean. That itself we are finding it as a challenge. So we are in 0. Let's get to 50. And what I would recommend to the corporation and all my fellow activists and so on is that tomorrow morning, let's start studying how to decentralize. Because a lot of activists itself have a disagreement, as your show itself shows. People say model A is better, people say model B is better, and so on. I would say, and I'm sure Srini will agree, that tomorrow morning let's start piloting, let's start studying, let's start identifying land in every ward. If you ask me what is my vision for a ward, I would say very little garbage should leave my house, very little garbage should leave my compound, very little garbage should leave even my ward. Yeah? But it's easier said than done. Yeah? Because a lot of homework to be done, a lot of studies to be done. Why not start tomorrow?
That's an interesting thought, that why not start tomorrow, of course, stressing on personal initiative there. But this is one problem that again plagues not just Chennai but a number of Indian cities, Chennai being one of them. With that in mind, we've faced this problem for so long. Do you think that the urban administration has failed us when it comes to waste management in terms of finding workable, viable solutions?
Yes, see, if you look at it, corporations not only in Chennai, but right across the country, are going in for centralization of waste management, which is extremely a flawed policy. And in Delhi in 1998, we have seen this issue where the plant has closed down now. And in spite of so many times drawing on such experiences to the Chennai Corporation officials, they don't seem to be learning at all, and they are extremely clear that they still want to follow centralized models of waste management.
Right. Now, just to break it down in the interest of our viewers, when we speak of a decentralized model of garbage disposal as compared to a centralized method, can you explain in the interest of our viewers to them exactly what we mean by a decentralized model and a centralized model?
See, in decentralized model, one would be that you segregate waste. That is, you take waste and all the organic waste you can either compost in your backyard, and I'm sure in city with almost 60% of the population living in apartments, it is possible to do that, and all the non-degradable waste of plastics and bottle can always be recycled, so which means that at the basic level, segregation can be tackled.
So segregation at source is essentially the one important key takeaway as far as your decentralized model is concerned.
And two, in case initially wherever such attempt is not possible, so as Cherubal said, that you could have in wards, small open places where biomethanization plants can be put up and organic waste can be used, in those places.
Right. Right now, Mr. Cherubal, coming back to you at this point, of course, talking about a decentralized model, talking about segregation at source, that's what we would like to have. Mr. Srinivasan told us about the various advantages that it provides us. Is it viable? Your thoughts?
No, see, I'm not. He's a much better expert at garbage than I am. What my point is that this is not like going to the moon or Pluto. Yeah? Many other cities on earth have already done this. If you look at the tender documents from various other parts of the world, you will see how to the detail of the the finer details they've gotten into, because over the years they have innovated. So even Singapore, I'm sure, started from zero. Yeah. So my point is, we are not going to get to 100 tomorrow. I don't think Srini is asking. Nobody's asking to get to 100 tomorrow. And we should understand that this system's capabilities are very weak today. Okay, so one thing I must say, something positive about, from what I understand, in the coming tender, they have actually, corporations seem to have learned very bitter lessons from the last many years. So they are very focused on monitoring, very much focused on making sure that the work is being done right. So they are very focused on getting those things right. Now my point is that, what about the NGOs, activists who understand these issues, who've been complaining all these years? Why not take the initiative and start piloting? Because, for example, what if in a ward, if I were to take 100 houses and say you follow the model A, 100 houses can follow model B, because a lot of things are theory, a lot of things are in practice. Let's try it out. We will learn what works in Chennai, we will learn what doesn't work in Chennai, and from those experiences we should slowly move forward.
Again, you're stressing on the point about personal initiative. Yes, your thoughts?
No, I beg to disagree on this with Raj, for the simple reason is that, see, corporation has decided on a tender now. They've never had discussions with civil society, and they want to follow the same model of privatization. Earlier it was Neil Metal, and we have seen today what has happened to Neil Metal's role. It has simply abdicated its responsibility. Large chunks of garbage are lying in every street now because it's withdrawing itself.
Right.
And this is exactly what is happening. And we earlier it was Onyx, now Neil Metal, and now we don't know what is going to happen to the.
So is that need of the hour, a greater interaction of sorts? Of course, to draw parallels to the Jan Lokpal bill, if one could say that a greater interaction is required with experts, with civil society, with NGOs who are in operation. Do you think that's the need of the hour at this point?
With this, I would like to state, like with the Jan Lokpal bill, we don't want to say the government, listen, this is the bill that you should accept. We don't want that. But what we say is, start holding discussions. There are various successful models. Like in Pune, there's a model of biomethanization. In fact, today's Hindu I saw, in the Farmer's Notebook, an NGO along with Vivekananda Kendra, Mamallapuram Town Panchayat has set up a small biomethanization plant.
Right, so there are effective models in place
in
Indian
models,
cities which can
the
be
Vellore model that is being talked about.
Right.
There are successful models, and the corporation has to come to that and start, at least in certain pockets, some decentralized practices.
So decentralization, again stressing on that.